All right. Hello. I am Hillary Baggett, founder of the Women's Midlife Network and the Community Bloom membership for midlife women. And today, this is a special visualize your perfect morning meditation. And I'm going to dedicate this to Penny and to Melissa. And I'm not going to give you reasons behind their identity, but this is important. So if you are watching this, please just make sure that you are not in a moving vehicle, and it will be best if you can find a place to sit down where your feet can be firmly on the floor. If you're short like me, then a pillow behind you so that you can have the back support, your feet are grounded. You can also, you could do this laying down, but for many of us, we often fall asleep. So I wanted to just offer this to help you see if it makes your day any different. So we always start with feeling our feet on the floor, and you can choose for your fingers to be on your legs, and they can be palm up to receive or palms down in order to be grounded. And this will be the first time I've done a live on YouTube, so we'll see how that goes. And we always start once we are seated. Just notice how you are sitting. Are you slouched to the left? Are you leaning to the right? Are you slumped over, shoulders forward? And just take a minute just to kind of roll your shoulders back and down and come to a comfortable seated position. And we're going to start with some centering breaths. You can do this in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, so if you're ready, then we can begin. If you need to pause to give yourself a few more breaths, there are different ways we can breathe. You can either count in for 4 and out for 4. Some people need to start with 2, in for 2, out for 2. Some people like to trace a box, and if you're watching me on video, we're inhaling as we trace the box up, holding our breath as we trace the box to one side, exhaling through the mouth as we trace the box down, and holding the breath as we chase the box back to the start. So those are 2 kinds of breaths. And now you can have your eyes gently closed or all the way closed if you really want to do open, but I find it super helpful to block out the visual distractions around us. And if you're in a room, go ahead and close the door so that there is no one coming in, and just signal to yourself that this is your time and your space. And maybe even celebrate with a smile on your face that you made some time to be here for yourself and in this present moment. Well done. Okay, so imagine yourself wherever you usually sleep. For me, it's in a bed. So imagine what the sheets feel like when you're about to wake up to your perfect day. Imagine the texture of the sheets. If you've freshly put them on, what do they smell like? And when you inhale, is there anything you notice about your room and how it smells? Maybe you're outside. Maybe you're on the beach. Maybe you're in a mountain cabin. Maybe you like the noise of a city and you're away in a big city on vacation. But imagine for you, wherever you are in the world, what those sheets feel like against your skin. And before you open the eyes of your perfect day, imagine what you're going to see when you open your eyes. So before you open your eyes, listen. Do you hear birds singing? Do you hear waves lapping or crashing against the shore? Do you hear traffic if you're in the city? Do you hear rain falling on a metal roof? Get fully present in your body and notice what you're hearing, what you're feeling, what you're smelling. And as you open your eyes on your perfect day, do you notice, is there someone next to you? Is there a pet around? What is it that's going to make this day perfect? Is the sun shining? You see the light bouncing off of the water, whether a lake, a pond, or the ocean. Do you see curtains blowing in the gentle breeze? Or do you feel the snuggly warmth of the blankets that you're under because the day is rainy? And pause. Where are you in this moment? Are you in your current house, apartment? Are you away on a vacation or outside camping or on the beach or overlooking the mountains? There's no wrong answer here. It's what's right for you. If you notice that your mind starts to wander, then come back to the present moment. Maybe feel your feet and heels pressing into the ground. Notice your hips and kind of the sits bones into the chair. Just notice if your pelvis is tilting forward or backwards. Notice the posture in your shoulders and come back to the present moment. So as this perfect day is about to begin, what activities might you do? Will you stay in pajamas all day, or will you put on some exercise clothes? Or are you getting ready for meaningful work that you're doing? And you're going to take that first step off of the bed or the couch, wherever you sleep. And you need to go to your bathroom and take care of your morning needs. Or perhaps you go straight to the window and you open the window and you breathe in the fresh, crisp, or warm air, depending on where you're at. Notice what the temperature of the air is and how that feels coming into your nose and down your throat and filling your lungs. And as you exhale, imagine releasing the expectations that you have of yourself in this day, because you're releasing the perfection in order to invite what is perfect for you on this day. If you're on vacation, maybe you're on the beach and you're just hearing the birds and the ocean waves crash. Maybe you're thinking about going for a walk or a hike. Is it a bike ride or a stationary bike? Is it putting on some music and starting a spiritual practice, whether it's journaling, meditation, praying, singing a song? What is right for you? Inhaling and exhaling. What do you see off in the distance, whether you're inside or outside? Gaze off into the distance. And remember, it is important to give our eyes a break from screens, give our neck and head and posture muscles a break from slouching or looking over at a phone or a tablet. And consider what will make this day perfect. If there was only one thing that you got to do today, and at the end, it could be your perfect day, what would that look like for you? And it doesn't have to look like anyone else's day. This is just for you. You have permission to be present in your day, and it's going to turn out how you imagine. Whether the sun is shining or the snow is falling, whether the rain is giving extra life to the plants, to the fruit, to the vegetables, the trees, or the animals. If you have a pet, maybe you get to take your pet for a walk or relax in your favorite chair or on the couch, petting and giving that love that you both so deeply desire and need. Pausing to take breaths as needed is important to give ourselves permission to do that. What will you eat on this perfect day? Will it be a simple preparation of leftovers? Will it be takeout? Will it be a bowl of cereal, a piece of toast, or an egg? I like to use last night's vegetables with my egg in the morning. Will you have coffee today or tea? Will you drink some room temperature water with lemon to reset your liver and flush out the toxins? If your throat is sore, maybe you have some hot water with lemon and honey. And notice the sensation of the temperature of the drink in your neck. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it cold? And what difference will this make in how you digest your food? If you're feeling anxious, maybe coffee or black tea is not the option that's right for you today. Maybe a green or fruit tea, maybe a decaf coffee. Choosing what's right for you on the particular day is what will make the day perfect. When I recently did this practice, I had 3 different visions of where my day was. And the first was where I woke up in my own bed. I got to see my dog first thing in the morning. I walked to the window with the fresh air and opened, and the temperature of the air was very cold. And I enjoyed the crisp invigoration of that. I went and I had some breakfast and an iced coffee, but I made sure to drink my room temperature water with my squeezed lemon just to help my liver a little bit, to help my mood stabilize, to help my digestion prepare. Sometimes if we have something too cold in the morning, it can be a shock to our stomach, to our GI system, to our liver. So by using room temperature or warmer fluids, we give a more gentle approach to our system. In the second vision that I had, I was waking up in Slovenia. I was in my friend's house, and when I went to the window first thing to stretch my tight calves out, I noticed that I was overlooking this beautiful valley, and there were people, some were walking, some were riding their horses, and some were on their bicycles. And I felt the joy and the love that I feel with this friend. And I gave thanks and gratitude for being there on this perfect day in this perfect location. In another location, I was at a friend's house on the coast of Norway, and I was looking out, and I was in awe of the mountains and the ocean and where they meet, and the quiet pace of this town and this location. And as I reflect on these 3 perfect locations and days of waking up with fresh air, movement, nutritious food, moving my body, my spiritual practice might vary from journaling, meditation, listening to praise music, going for a walk, or praying with someone. I decide a place in my body that I want to anchor this memory so that I can come back and remember where I was when I experienced this memory of this perfect day. Right now, I have my right hand over my heart, which is the middle of the chest, and I'm giving some extra pressure to it just to notice. They say that the front of our heart is what we give out to others, And the back door of our heart is the love that we give to ourselves. And sometimes people try to sneak in the back door of our hearts. And we need to protect the back door and make sure that we are giving ourselves the love that we so deeply desire. Taking in a few deep breaths before we come back to the present moment. You might try a pennant breath if you're feeling anxious. And that is an inhale for 4, a holding the breath for 7, and a slow exhale through the mouth for 8. There's no right or wrong in how you count, how quickly or slowly. This is for you. Holding the breath for 7. Exhaling the breath for 8. Notice what posture your hands are in if one is still on your heart. What kind of pressure are you giving yourself? What kind of support are you providing? Maybe your other hand is open up to the ceiling. Maybe it's your first finger and thumb. Maybe it's the middle, which connects us to our heart. So if your hand is anchoring on your heart to remember this time that you made for yourself and this place that you created to make a perfect day. Inhaling and inviting yourself to offer yourself that love and acceptance that no one else can truly give you until you first give it to yourself. I'm going to give myself the love that I need first, and then give the love that others need next, so I can work out of the overflow of my heart. Last breath in, exhaling, and notice, how do you feel? How do your shoulders feel? How do your feet feel? What is that like for you? And just remember, you can come back to this anchoring moment at any time. You don't have to be in that same space. You can close your eyes and imagine that you're going back to that space. Imagine the smell of the fresh air. Maybe it's the rosemary in your diffuser to wake your mind up. Maybe it's lavender to calm your mind down, prepare you for rest or sleep. Whatever is right for you, depending on the time of day. Maybe this is a practice you do at the end of a day so that you can imagine and visualize what tomorrow will be for a perfect day, and offer up gratitude that you made it through another day and that you get to start a fresh day too. Oh, how do you feel? I notice for me, I feel more grounded in a neutral space. And I feel connected with you as we're watching this. I feel connected to those locations that my mind allowed me to go to. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. This is a break, and I wish you to find your perfect moment in each day. Thanks so much.